Stress is the invisible prison. Freedom begins the moment you refuse to feed it. Most people think stress is just an unavoidable part of life, a byproduct of work, bills, deadlines, and responsibilities. But what if I told you that stress isn't just happening to you? What if it was engineered, carefully woven into the fabric of society to keep you trapped, exhausted, and disconnected from your true power? Look around. The constant pressure to perform, to succeed, to prove your worth. The endless notifications, news cycles, and financial worries. They're not accidents, they're systems. Systems that thrive on your attention, your fear, and your energy. Think about it. When you're stressed, you're easier to control. A stressed mind doesn't dream. A stressed heart doesn't rebel. A stressed body doesn't create. It simply survives. And survival mode is exactly where the world wants to keep you. Because as long as you're stuck in the cycle of worry and overwhelm, you'll never have the clarity to ask the deeper questions. Who am I really? Why am I here? What is my life truly meant to become? This is the trap. Stress makes you mistake busyness for purpose. It convinces you that running faster means you're moving forward. But often, stress is just you sprinting in circles, burning energy without ever breaking free. And here's the deeper truth. Stress doesn't only weaken the mind, it distorts the body. Science has already proven how stress chemicals flood your nervous system, lowering immunity, draining vitality, even shortening your lifespan. But beyond science, stress also poisons your spirit. It disconnects you from that still, silent place inside where wisdom lives. Why? Because a calm soul is powerful. A calm soul cannot be manipulated. A calm soul can see through illusions. And that's exactly why stress is everywhere. It's not random, it's the perfect distraction. But the prison is not the chains around you. The prison is the belief that you can't walk away. That's why the first step to freedom isn't external, it's internal. It is realizing that every time you feed the cycle, every time you choose to let fear dominate your thoughts, you're re-giving your energy away. Imagine your energy like light. Every anxious thought, every frantic worry, every unnecessary fear, it's like poking holes in that light. Little leaks, draining you, day after day. No wonder people feel so empty. It's not that they lack energy, it's that their energy is constantly stolen by stress. But here's the shift. Once you see stress for what it really is, a designed prison, you stop taking it personally. You stop thinking, I'm weak, I can't handle life, and instead realize the game was set up this way to keep me distracted. And when you see the game, you can change the rules. The first rule is this: don't feed the prison. Stress only grows if you keep pouring your energy into it. The moment you decide, I will no longer waste my life force on worry, the cracks begin to appear in the walls. The prison isn't as strong as it seems. It was always made of glass. Let's talk about something we all know a little too well. That nagging voice in your head that whispers, are you sure you can do this? Or, what if you fail? That voice is self-doubt. And if it feels like a constant companion holding you back from chasing your dreams or even just enjoying the moment, you're not alone. But here's the twist. Self-doubt isn't just about not being confident enough. The real reason runs much deeper. It's something I call an unmet childhood need. And understanding this can change everything. When we were kids, we needed more than just food and shelter. We needed to feel safe. We needed to feel seen, valued, and unconditionally loved. But life isn't perfect, and neither were our parents. Maybe they were overly critical. Maybe they were too busy just trying to survive. Maybe you only got praise when you achieved something, tying your worth to performance. Or maybe you absorbed their fears without even realizing it. And so, little by little, gaps formed, unmet needs. If you didn't feel safe, you grew up doubting your ability to handle challenges. If you weren't truly seen, you grew up doubting your own judgment. If love felt conditional, you learned to chase validation instead of trusting yourself. That's where self-doubt takes root. It's not a flaw, it's a coping mechanism. So how do we change this? It's not about blaming the past. It's about reparenting yourself now. The first step is awareness. When self-doubt says you're not good enough, pause and ask, when have I felt this way before? Chances are you'll realize it's an old story replaying itself, not the truth. The second step is to challenge the critic. When that voice says you'll fail, respond, thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm capable now. Even if I stumble, it's growth, not proof I'm worthless. You're becoming the supportive parent you always needed. Here's where transformation really happens. Confidence isn't built in one giant leap. It's built in micro-courage, the small daily choices where you act despite doubt. Send the email, speak up once in the meeting, share your opinion, even if stress is the invisible prison. Freedom begins the moment you refuse to feed it. Most people think stress is just an unavoidable part of life, a byproduct of work, bills, deadlines, and responsibilities. But what if I told you that stress isn't just happening to you? What if it was engineered, carefully woven into the fabric of society to keep you trapped, exhausted, and disconnected from your true power? Look around. The constant pressure to perform, to succeed, to prove your worth. The endless notifications, news cycles, and financial worries. They're not accidents, they're systems. Systems that thrive on your attention, your fear, and your energy. When you're stressed, you're easier to control. A stressed mind doesn't dream. A stressed heart doesn't rebel. A stressed body doesn't create. It simply survives. And survival mode is exactly where the world wants to keep you. Stress makes you mistake busyness for purpose. It convinces you that running faster means you're moving forward. But often stress is just you sprinting in circles, burning energy without ever breaking free. And the cruelest trick of all, stress convinces you it's normal. It convinces you it's just life. But in reality, it is the perfect trap. A system designed to drain your energy before you ever discover how much power you actually hold. So the question becomes, if stress is engineered to control me, how do I break free? The answer is not to fight stress directly. Fighting stress is like fighting shadows. You'll exhaust yourself swinging at what isn't solid. Instead, freedom comes from redirecting your energy. Stress only lives where your attention lives. If you learn to shift your attention, you starve the system. The first step is awareness. The next time stress rises, the racing thoughts, the tight chest, the restless mind, pause. Don't run from it. Don't bury it. Just notice. Tell yourself, this is the program running. Because once you see stress as a program, you stop identifying with it. You stop saying, I am stressed, and instead, stress is visiting me. That simple shift creates space. The second step is presence. Stress thrives in the past and the future, regret and worry, but in the present moment, it loses oxygen. Right now, in this breath, you are safe. Right now, your body is alive, your heart is beating. That's enough. Anchoring yourself here dissolves the illusion. The third step is reclamation. Every day, stress leaks your energy. Ask yourself, what drains me unnecessarily? Is it endless scrolling? Is it replaying conversations that are already over? Is it saying yes when your soul is screaming no? Every leak you seal is a victory. Every moment you choose to protect your energy is a crack in the prison wall. These shifts don't happen overnight, but each small act of self-protection builds resilience. I call them micro-freedoms, tiny choices that prove to your nervous system, I am not a prisoner here, I am in control. There's a hidden secret most people don't know. Stress isn't only an enemy, it can be alchemized. The energy of stress is simply raw power, misdirected. It's the body preparing for action, the mind sharpening for survival. What keeps it destructive is the story you attach to it. Change the story and you change the energy. Instead of saying, "I'm overwhelmed, I can't do this," try, "My body is mobilizing energy and I get to decide where to channel it." This is how athletes, warriors, and visionaries have always operated. They don't eliminate stress, they transmute it. They take the same energy that would paralyze most people and redirect it into performance, creativity, or clarity. And you can do the same. When you feel stress rise, don't immediately run from it. Breathe, then ask, where can I pour this energy so it serves me instead of drains me? Maybe into movement, art, writing, problem solving, or even silence. That moment of redirection is alchemy, the transformation of chains into fuel. Here's the truth. The system wants you to collapse under stress because then your energy feeds them. But when you learn to redirect it, your energy feeds you. Suddenly, stress becomes not a prison, but a portal, showing you where your greatest growth is waiting. Freedom from stress is not about reaching a day when life is calm, perfect, and problem-free.